Morning, Chef.
Good morning.
You usually don't see me this early in the morning, so I know you come shop the market, but
do.
I usually come in a little bit later because
Sure.
I tell everybody I stay later, but
Sure.
you know. And I know we have quite a few chefs that shop the market, and they're in early in the morning. So you've been shopping this market how long?
Since about 2008, actually, when I first moved to Edmonton.
Oh, okay. And it's kind of funny. I bumped into you this morning. I'm waiting for Tracy. Oh, Tracy.
Oh,
Hey.
hello. Hello, Keith. Hello. Good morning.
Morning. This is Chef Andrew.
Oh,
my
hello,
friend
Chef
Tracy.
Andrew.
Hello, how
Nice
are
to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Yeah.
So, Chef is the executive chef at the hotel out at the airport, the
Oh,
Marriott.
I love that restaurant.
And I'm just going to start picking his brain about banquets. My daughter just got engaged, so that means expense for dad.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
it's summer, so that's wedding season.
it is
Yes.
totally
Yeah.
wedding season. So I was just going to chat with Chef about, I remember the old days, about how wedding meals and cooking for banquets have changed,
They sure have.
and it's more fine dining now.
Yes.
Before anything over 25 was
And
rubber chicken, that's what we
That's
called it, the rubber chicken circuit. So,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, in the old days, everybody got the same entree.
That's
It was
right.
all, if it was roast beef, it was cooked well done,
Yeah.
and you either liked it or you lumped it.
Yeah.
It didn't
Yeah.
matter.
So you
That's all you
guys now
got.
give options, like
We sure do.
You could take an order.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
We like to give almost an a la carte experience or a restaurant
Yeah.
experience, but in a banquet setting
Yeah.
for like 200, 300 people, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a wow factor. Like you come into the ballroom, you sit down, and you actually can make your order.
You make a choice.
Yeah, make a choice.
And of course, for those folks who have special allergies and needs and things like that, you guys are so prepared for that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
We have to be in this day and age. There's so many different, allergies and dietary concerns.
Restrictions,
Right.
yeah.
yeah.
for
What kind
sure.
of things do you do for people that have food
Well,
allergies?
well, obviously, the big one is gluten-free is a big one. So, if we're making a sauce for a beef, we will have something prepared that's made without flour, obviously. And it might be like a nice, just a beef reduction that's slowly reduced.
Yeah.
And still very, very flavorful, but it doesn't have that gluten, that wheat.
But correct me if I'm wrong. In today's age, there's more products available for you to be able to do that. I remember back in the
absolutely.
old day when I was a server, if somebody was a vegetarian, they got a salad.
That was it.
That was it.
Yes.
Chopped veggies.
Absolutely, yeah.
Extra carrots,
Yeah.
extra tomatoes.
Sliced
Maybe a
fruit for a
radish if
dessert,
it was
yeah.
fancy.
Instead of
right?
a small order, you got
That's
a
right.
big order.
That's right. Right. Yeah. Now we have and it's getting better and better as we go along.
Yeah,
We
well,
get so
that's
many more
great.
options, so many more products, gluten-free, nut-free, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, we have a dairy allergy in my family, and nuts as well
Yes.
as a big one too. But like you said, more products are coming out, which makes it helpful. But what's even more helpful is restaurants that will make provisions for that as well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I've asked Chef to wow us at the hotel tomorrow. So he's going to
Great.
do some shopping, and I'm going to get you to go with him because, again, I got to go do my marketing
Yeah,
thing.
you're
you know.
busy. The
I'm
fringe is
busy.
on.
Fringe is on. We're
Extra
going to have
people
an
coming
extra
through.
100,000 people in the neighborhood
That's
today.
right. There's celebrities wandering around. I ran into Pauly Shore last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Wow,
I thought
that's
he would
great.
be here today to
I-
shop
Yeah.
the market.
I
He's
told
probably
him,
sleeping in.
come grab a free
Probably.
meal with
Yeah.
us, right?
You know Hollywood.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I said, you guys have purple cauliflower here. You got to come see it, but apparently that wasn't enough of a draw.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it is for us.
Yeah.
Have some
Absolutely.
fun with it.
So, Chef, yeah, I'm excited, and you know the market. You've been doing this longer than I've
Absolutely,
been
yes.
here,
Yeah.
so. And Tracy's become a regular now at the market.
Very good.
He tries to get rid of me, but I just
Yes.
keep showing up. He tries.
My security goes, she's here again.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Alert! Alert! Code Tracy.
Show
Code
her
Tracy.
the door.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah,
So-
it doesn't work. I sneak
Yeah.
in. I'm very smarmy that way. I can.
Smarmy.
That's
I'm
great.
wily. Yeah,
Wily,
I can sneak
the Wily
in.
Coyote.
That's
So
right.
yeah, I just my plan this morning is just to kind of take a walk around and see what's
Yeah.
fresh and available.
Perfect.
Maybe, look for something a little bit different, maybe a little bit
Yeah.
off the wall from the normal.
Yeah.
We're not going to
You
get
picked the right person.
Listen, I'm the dad. I got to chip in for this wedding, so don't go,
Well. You know, it's a once in a life.
chanterelle and gold flakes and all these
It's
types of things.
supposed to be a one in a lifetime event, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be only once, but
Now I really
So
want
you
him to
want
do
it to be
chanterelle and gold
fantastic.
flakes.
I only have one daughter, so absolutely, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
We're gonna
Yeah.
do it up right for her.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Very good.
well,
Okay.
enjoy the shopping, chef.
Thank you.
And if I don't
Will
see
do.
you before the end of the day, I'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
And let's go see what inspires
Let's
you.
go check it out.
Perfect. Thanks.
Now you were talking about how weddings have changed in that they used to just have beef or chicken and you got what you got,
That's right.
right? But people are starting to do different stuff. I imagine beef is still quite popular.
Beef is still quite popular.
Yeah.
Another item that we like to use is will be a duck breast.
Nice.
You know,
Okay.
the normal chicken breast is kind of boring. I was kind of thinking maybe we could find something at the Lone Star here.
Yeah, well, Lone Star is a great place for an entree. This is Val. Val, this
Hi,
is
Val.
Andrew.
Hi, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so we're looking for a wedding dinner. We want something for an entree. What do you have that you could suggest that would be good for us?
Well, I would suggest our tenderloin, but I eavesdropped and heard you say lamb, and I have some divine rack
Excellent,
of lamb.
excellent,
Really?
excellent.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, that looks amazing,
Oh, wow.
Val.
See the eye?
That looks beautiful. Nice size.
Oh, wow.
What's the weight on that, Val?
I'll tell you.
You know what a great idea to kind of switch things up a little bit.
695 grams.
695 grams. That's a nice size.
Yeah.
That's a nice size.
So
You can
many
probably
people
get
I know love lamb.
probably 2 portions out of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Wow. Okay, I think he's convinced. This is what we're going to do. How would you cook that up, though, Chef? What would you do?
Now,
So, okay, go ahead, Val. Sure.
I was just going to tell you a little bit about our lamb.
Okay, sure. That'd be great.
So, like an Angus, Corriedale, that's the breed of lamb that we raise, is known for its marbling. And we are very passionate at Lone Star Angus about the eating experience that you get.
Right.
We want you to have a great taste, no matter whether it's beef, eggs, or lamb. We want you to have the best taste.
Sure.
And then the wool on the Corriedale is also exceptional. So we use from nose to tail.
Perfect.
Really? Yeah, I know you guys are famous for your Angus. I had no idea that you guys had lamb.
We do. It was my daughter started a little venture. She wanted something to expand the farm, and we wanted a top quality, again, eating experience. So that's why we chose the Corriedale.
Well, these look amazing. What do you think, Chef?
Those look very, very good.
Now,
So,
what we
are your lamb? Are they free range? Are they in the pasture or?
A free range, yes.
Yeah.
So they're in my house.
In your house? Okay.
So they are grass fed and grass finished for
Okay.
their entire life.
Oh.
We wean them a little bit later,
Yes.
and then the weaned lambs go out into a grass pasture,
Okay.
and in the winter they're fed a high quality alfalfa hay. And we harvest our lambs a little bit later than the traditional here in Alberta does.
Okay.
We follow more what the New Zealand's would do.
Sure.
So that's why we're getting a little bit bigger
A little
size
bit
of
bigger
rack.
size.
Yeah.
And
Now,
that makes for more of a better presentation when you get a little bit nicer, a bigger eye.
A bigger
Sure,
eye
yeah.
and a little bit, I think you'll notice the flavor on it.
Flavor be a bit stronger.
Yeah. I was
It's
going to
not
say,
as
how
easy.
key is it about the grass fed, but does that all contribute to it?
It contributes to it. The age I find, and then we age our lamb for 10 days
Okay.
once it's cut. So
Yes.
the grass fed and then the aging of the product and the age itself when we harvest. So instead of 6 months of age, we're harvesting at about 8 to 10
Okay.
months.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Great.
Learning so much about lamb today. Yeah,
That
and then
looks
how would
great.
you prepare it, Chef?
So for this here, because it still has the bone in, I'm thinking maybe removing the bone
Yeah.
and then taking those bones and roasting them with some mirepoix, we call it, which is carrots, onions, and celery, and a nice aromatic, some herbs, rosemary, thyme, that sort of thing, nice and slow. Roast off the
Wow.
bones to make a sauce for the lamb.
Yeah.
So, and that'll take anywhere from 4 to 5 hours, very gently reducing on the stove after the bones are roasted. And then the actual loin, I'm just going to sear it off
Yeah.
and just with simple salt and pepper. I don't want to add too much to the lamb to take away from the actual flavor of the meat, because it's such a beautiful, beautiful cut of meat. That's kind of where I'm focused on cooking that lamb right now.
Excellent.
And what a great way to make something unique for a wedding, too.
Absolutely. Nice presentation, right? Better than just the old well done roast beef sliced on a plate. And, it's like eating an old rubber shoe. Right? We want to get away from that. So
Hey, you've had my cooking. Apparently. That's my traditional dish, the old rubber shoe. Okay, well this looks amazing. So we'll grab both of those.
okay, you're perfect.
Okay, yeah, you've inspired us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Val.
you for shopping with me today.
Great stuff.
There we go.
That looks good.
All right.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much,
Thank you.
Val.
Enjoy.
Have a great day.
Bye bye.
That's one of the things that I love about the market is there's always so much to inspire you, especially for a delicious dessert. Look at these fruits. Isn't this amazing?
Just amazing. Awesome. We've got some beautiful apricots, cherries, Rainer cherries, some Red Haven peaches. Look at that. Those are beautiful.
Oh, those look amazing. And
Those look
this
amazing.
is Walker Orchards. And they're actually from BC, but they bring all of their delicious fruits here to Alberta, so we get a chance to enjoy them too.
Those are fantastic. Definitely for our dessert for
Yeah.
tomorrow, I think we should use some Red Haven peaches.
Okay. This is actually a really nice summery dessert.
Absolutely. They're in season.
Okay.
I know it's early in the season. They're just coming out now.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, for a wedding, a nice classical dessert that we like to do is called a peach melba. If I could do some kind of a twist on a peach melba would be great. Incorporating some fresh, some beautiful raspberries as well. And some vanilla ice cream, one of my favorite ice creams.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And the peaches are poached in a beautiful vanilla simple syrup. It's very simple to do, very easy. You can do it at home. But I think it would look great for our dessert for the wedding for tomorrow.
Yeah, such a unique idea and perfect for a summer wedding.
Absolutely. Yes.
Love it. Okay, which one do you want to grab?
Let's get this
Do
one
we need
here.
lots? Okay.
I think
grab
we
that
should
big
take.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a
Because we're
bushel?
going to want
What
to
is-
eat a couple as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Is that a bushel? I'm not sure.
Well,
We'll
we
call
have
it a
to
bushel
test
one.
them, right?
Yeah, we
gotta
have
make
to test
sure
them.
that they're good
Make
quality.
sure they're optimal
that's right.
sweetness.
That's right. Yes.
They're
Feed
very
for
fuzzy,
taste
so that's good.
All right. Okay.
Thanks.
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Tracy, with these herbs, I thee wed.
Oh, thanks, Andrew. And we just met today. This is
We
amazing.
did. We did, yes.
You know what? I saw these great purple baby organic carrots at Sundog, and I thought we got to have these for the dish. Is that okay? Can we find somewhere to put these?
Absolutely. That would go
Nice.
very nicely with our lamb dish for sure.
And I see you grabbed a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, just thinking about our main course, our lamb dish, we need to have those nice aromatic herbs. So we got some beautiful rosemary. We've got some beautiful thyme. And something interesting is some fresh marjoram, which is really, really neat.
Oh, I love
And then
it.
just your usual mint. We got some nice, beautiful white turnips here. Beautiful, all organic.
Yeah.
Kind of a chef's dream kind of thing.
And-
This here is dry. That's summer savory.
Oh,
So
I
I
was
know
gonna ask
a
what
lot of
that
people
is.
love to use summer savory on their poultry, on their turkey for Thanksgiving and so forth.
Okay.
But for me, I'm going to use this on the lamb.
Okay.
There is a mix that we use, a French terminology called herbe de Provence, and it's a mix of summer savory, marjoram, thyme, rosemary. It's very earthy, very aromatic, and it goes beautiful with lamb. So
That sounds
I
amazing.
can't resist. I have
All
to
right.
take it.
Now, are you sure we have enough herbs? Because there never seems to be enough time.
I think we're good. I think we're good. Thanks.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, ask me if I think that we're ready to go.
Are we ready to go?
I do think we are.
Okay.
I do.
Then we're ready to go. So Tracy. I guess we need to come up with something for an appetizer for our wedding tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah. What are you thinking to put in it?
Well, I would like to use some cheese if we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here at Sylvan Star, I know they have some great varieties of cheese.
There's a huge selection, all different kinds of flavors and styles. So what kind of taste experience are you thinking
I'm
of?
thinking maybe a blue cheese today. I know
Oh.
like there's smoked Gouda, like everybody
Yeah.
recognizes the Sylvan Star smoked Gouda. I think brie cheese is something that not everybody is aware that they
they have?
manufacture. Yes.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny about the blue cheese. My kids call it the stinky cheese.
Yes. Well,
So-
it definitely can have a very pungent smell and flavor for sure.
Okay, is that
Yeah.
what we're looking for in the
So
appetizer?
I'm not sure. Let's take a look at what types of blue cheese they have here today. So I see they do have a Stilton, a King James
nice.
Stilton. You can see it's a lot darker vein. So I know for a fact that that's going to be a lot more a strong flavor, very overpowering almost. They also have the Castello. You see it's a little bit lighter in color.
Oh, nice.
And that'll be a little bit more subtle. You'll still get that blue cheese flavor.
Yeah.
But like I mentioned, it won't overpower the entire dish.
I like that they call it the star cheese.
The star of cheese, yes. So I think that's this will work.
That's the one that we
This is
want?
the one we're gonna
Okay.
use.
All right, I'm going to get
So how
out
many
the
do I
magic
need?
bag.
1 or 2, did I say? I don't
Yeah.
know. Let's take 2.
How about we grab 2 of them?
Let's
Perfect.
grab 2 and we'll put it in the bag.
Yeah, we need extra. We'll have some
That's
hungry
right.
tummies,
That's
right?
right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Great. On to the next booth.
On to the next one.
So now that we've got the lamb for the main course, and you said you wanted to give it some unique flavor, what are you thinking to put in there?
Well, I'm not really sure. I mean, what's this place here? Beverage bombs. That's kind of interesting. What do they do here? Beverage bombs. Mochaccino. It's kind of a diffusible coffee. It's almost like a little hockey puck, so to speak.
That's right. When it comes to coffee, these are the bomb.
Exactly.
So the beverage bombs, they come with a little bag, and you can put them in the bag and
Yeah.
then put them in water or milk.
That's right. And I think they're soft enough I can chop them up and maybe infuse them into the sauce for the lamb.
Nice.
Right?
How much coffee flavor do you want in the lamb when
Just
you're cooking
just
it,
a hint. You just want to have an aroma of coffee. You don't want it to overpower the lamb, obviously. You want the rustic flavors of the lamb to shine in this dish. But it also has cinnamon in there as well. Cinnamon and lamb go together
Really?
very,
I don't
very
think I've
well.
ever tried that.
Very, very
Okay.
well. I
This
think
sounds
we should
fantastic.
try that. It's
Okay.
a little, I'm intrigued. I think we should try that into our lamb sauce.
Well, not that I'm old enough to remember the 80s, but if I was, I would say something along the lines that they used to actually use coffee grounds on meat to give it some coffee flavor.
They would take the coffee grounds and rub it into the meat, and it would almost give it a too overpowering flavor.
Okay.
So this way, I think if we infuse it into the sauce, we can control how much coffee is actually in there.
Nice little subtle
And we
flavor.
could even play on the mochaccino heading there, put a little bit of heavy cream in there, and I think it'll be beautiful.
Great. All right,
put
we'll
that
grab
in the
one of
bag,
those.
Tracy.
You think one? Is that going to be enough?
I don't know. You want to have a cup of coffee later? Or is it-
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay, you can
well,
always have a
we
cup of
we-
coffee.
We better grab 2.
Okay.
Here we go. You got it.
All right, we're off. So while we're putting together the appetizer, what other kind of ingredients do you want to go in it?
Well, look at all these jams and jellies.
These look amazing.
I'd love to be able to incorporate something into our appetizer.
Great.
And something to offset the strong flavor of the blue cheese.
Okay,
I
so
know-
something sweeter, something more tart. Do you have something in mind?
Black currant, I love black currants. I actually have black currants in my backyard growing right now, so I'm just waiting for
yum.
those to come along. But I see that we have some choke cherry jelly. That looks interesting.
That does sound really good. Now, does it matter if it's a jelly or a jam?
I think for jam they use the whole fruit in the jelly. They just use the juice only to make the jelly.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what you want to use for your recipe. I would say. For me, I think the jelly would work great.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, well, do you want to grab one of
Yeah,
those?
well, let's do that.
Rainbow Acres has amazing jams and jellies, so you can't go wrong.
That's fantastic. Let's put that in.
Yeah. Okay, you're going to hand that to me. I might run away with it.
Okay. Well,
I might run
there
away.
you go.
All right. Well, let's run away together.
let's run away.
Okay. I'm so excited that you're preparing lamb for the main course. So what are some of the ingredients that you want to grab from the market?
Well, I think we need some honey. For
Nice.
sure, yeah. Honey
just-
and lamb are a match made in heaven.
So just one of
Absolutely.
these for Meadow.
Yeah, some looks like
Sweet
it's
honey?
unpasteurized. That
Yeah.
looks great.
Okay,
What's
great.
that up
We're gonna
top
take
over
one of
there?
these. That's bee pollen.
Bee pollen. Oh, I think we need some bee pollen.
we?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we can
Great.
incorporate that into our lamb dish as well.
Can you hand me a bee pollen there, please?
You don't
I
see
don't-
bee pollen so much on menus as of yet, but it's kind of a little bit intriguing.
Really?
But obviously goes well with lamb, but as well you could mix it into a smoothie. If you make like a breakfast parfait or something like that, you can sprinkle it on top. They say
Oh,
it has some
wow.
medicinal properties to it. I'm not sure if it does or not, but it looks pretty cool.
What
on
kind
the
of
plate.
flavor would it have? Is it similar to honey?
It's a
then,
honey,
or-
yeah. Well, it's made with
Yeah.
some of the products that honey is made of. And
Oh,
the
that's
bee
so neat.
collects it on his little legs or whatever. I'm not sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, and then if you need some music at the wedding, you can use this.
Yeah,
for like a little
exactly.
musical
Or
entertainment.
confetti. Confetti would work well.
That's right. You
Right?
can use that for confetti.
That's right.
And it's animal friendly.
Biodegradable.
Biodegradable. I love it. Okay, great. We'll take one of these. Well, we can't leave the market without getting the ingredients for our cocktail, chef.
I agree. I mean, it's not a wedding unless we have something to drink to go along with
You have
the
to have
food we're
something to
gonna-
toast, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I see we have some Oddfellow gin here in front of us.
Yeah, and you know what that reminds me? Speaking of Oddfellow, we need to meet up with Keith.
Yeah, he is quite odd. You're right.
But first, let's get some gin.
Sure, let's get some gin. So I'm kind of thinking, well, what could we do? So for a wedding, usually champagne is always at a wedding. We
Yeah.
could mix it with some lemon,
That
the
sounds
champagne,
amazing.
and some gin. Be great.
Okay, so some Oddfellow it is.
Well,
Here
let's
we
take
go.
that. Here we go.
Now we've got something to toast. Okay, now I'll make my exit. I've got all I need. This feels good to be sitting now.
It sure does.
That
it
was
sure
a
does.
lot of shopping.
It was.
Yeah.
A lot on the feet, yeah.
I'm so excited about all the great ingredients that we've got for the menu you're putting together.
Absolutely, me too. We have our Walla Walla onions and
Yeah.
our blue cheese for our appetizer.
The
And
stinky
then
cheese.
the stinky cheese. And for our main course, we're going to do the lamb from Lone Star,
Can't wait.
Angus, which is going to be great. And for our dessert, we're using the fuzzy peaches, those beautiful Red Haven peaches that we picked up. So
Nice.
I'm looking forward to that. And
Yeah, don't forget the cocktail.
Can't forget the cocktail. We're going to have a few of those, I believe, after we're done cooking. And I'm looking real forward to having you and Keith come tomorrow morning for
Yeah.
to meet me at the Halo restaurant at the airport. So, At
Wonderful.
the Renaissance Hotel.
All right, so we'll see you there.
We'll see you there.
Thanks for a great day of
Thank
shopping.
you. That was awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, so here we are in the kitchen of the Renaissance Edmonton Airport Hotel. Keith, we had an amazing day shopping
Yes.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Andrew, how did you like it? Did
It
you
was
enjoy that?
fantastic. I had a great morning at the market for sure.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. And you're a natural at this. You're very
Wow,
good
it
at
was-
being
You,
on
It was
camera.
a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It was fringe. It was hot.
Yeah.
It was.
It was bumpy.
it was
It
packed
it
in
was
there.
great, yeah.
So
Yeah.
busy, but a perfect day.
Yes.
It was so nice out. We couldn't have asked for nicer weather. And in Edmonton, we don't get that very often, so that was a nice treat.
Yeah.
And what a treat
Fantastic.
shopping with you.
Well, thank you. It was fun to be with you guys.
You got
as well.
everything you wanted.
I sure did, and then some.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do with all that?
Well, we're going to create a 3-course menu today for a
For a
wedding.
wedding,
For a wedding, yes.
absolutely. I'm
Which
excited
is pretty
for that.
excited. So our appetizer today, we're going to make a caramelized Walla Walla onion, choke cherry, and blue cheese tart.
Wow.
With fresh baby arugula leaves.
See, we like saying Walla Walla and arugula, so it's
Arugula,
just
Walla
fun all
Walla.
around.
All at
Very
the same
fun.
time.
All at the same
Very
time.
fun. Yes. And then for our main course, we have found some great lamb rack with a Lone Star
Yes.
Angus. We're going to do some medallions with bee pollen and some herb de Provence, so some fresh herbs that I found, and with a mochaccino coffee bomb reduction and a potato pave potato,
Wow.
which is kind of, pave is French for paving slab, if that makes any sense. So you take
I
the
like the word
potatoes.
pave more
Pave
than
is a
Yeah,
lot
potato
cooler.
slab.
It's a lot
Yeah.
cooler.
Yeah.
You basically
Slab
slice
just
the
Has a
doesn't roll
potato
off the
slab.
tongue like
potatoes.
pave.
Yeah, it's great.
We'll stay with pave.
Potato slab, $3, pave, $12.
That's right.
I like that,
It's
right?
like if you
Right,
say
exactly.
escargot or...
Snails.
Right, yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
We'll stay
then,
with pave.
and then for our dessert, we're going to end it up with I'm going to do a twist on a classic dessert called a peach melba.
Ooh, old
Right,
school.
which is fresh peaches, some raspberry sauce, vanilla ice cream,
Yeah.
marriage made in heaven
Old
for our
school.
wedding menu,
Wonderful.
of course. And we're going to just a little twist. We're going to serve it in a martini glass. And,
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's right up my alley.
So very simple,
Anything with
elegant,
booze. Yeah.
and but very delicious. for
That
sure.
sounds amazing. That sounds
Yeah.
amazing. So
Good. Good
we're
stuff.
going to get ready to do all of this.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to go. So I'm on my own today, Keith. So I was thinking you need to jump in and give me a hand if
I'm
we
here
want to
for
be
you,
done
Chef.
today.
Keith, you got to get
So
in
what
there.
is, I
Yeah.
brought these out for you just in case you were bored, and I got you a nice hat and your
Oh, I
own
love
jacket.
it.
Does it say OSFM
Wow.
on any
You
of
know what,
this?
it doesn't say anything on there, but you know what? It's
Oh,
clean,
well.
so you can.
It's clean.
It's
Yeah,
clean.
we'll have
Wow,
to get
thanks
the
for
It
thinking
won't
of
be
me.
for long,
Yeah.
but it's clean now.
That's
You
right.
got me a clean jacket. I like that. You're
Fantastic.
thinking
So-
of me. So
So you
Yeah.
ready to go? You ready to get your hands
I'm
dirty?
ready to get my hands
get that
dirty.
put
I
on
love
and-
this part of it.
And I would
Excellent.
love to help, but the general manager, Jen, asked me to meet her in the bar. And
Okay.
who am I to tell the general manager no, right? I mean,
Exactly.
Is it cocktail hour already?
well, I'm hoping because it's either we're having cocktails or I'm in trouble. So I'm really hoping it's cocktails.
I think
Sure
it's
is.
cocktail
Okay,
then
good.
trouble.
All right, wish me
good.
luck.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I don't have to wish you
Good
guys
luck.
luck. I know you're in good hands. And yeah, I can't wait to see you
I'll
all.
come get you when we're doing some plating up and
All
stuff
right,
like
well,
that.
you know where to find me.
I know where to find
Okay.
you. Okay.
Perfect.
So we're back, chef, and you've outfitted me to put me to work.
You're looking good.
Usually I just stand on the side and try to look pretty, but
Well, I was thinking to get you a holster so you could do your John Wayne impression with your
with my top
with your
done,
top
right?
down.
I
it looks
know.
really good.
So you're gonna obviously walk me through.
Absolutely.
And you know what? From talking to you earlier, the prep is the hard part, but putting it together is easy peasy, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes,
most of the
yeah.
time, it's fine. Yeah.
So you've cooked off the onions.
So we've got our Walla Walla onions already cooked off,
Yeah.
and basically I just caramelized it a little bit with in the frying pan with some olive oil,
Mm-hmm.
and really slow, and then I hit it with just a little bit of brown sugar at the end,
Okay.
and that's it. It's essentially I'm gonna let it cool.
So we got onions. We
We've
got,
got
the
blue
crumbled
cheese
blue
right
cheese,
here.
A little bit of an
A
egg
little
wash.
bit of an egg wash just to brush the edges, and this is our choke cherry jam that we picked up yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. This is delicious, by the way. So we know the difference between jelly and jam, Keith?
Yeah.
What is
Jelly is like a jelly. It's got something in
Jelly's
it.
like a jelly. That's very
Well,
good.
jam
That's
is
good.
not jelly. Jam spreads easier. Right?
Okay.
I
Does
know
it?
there's something in jellies to make them
Okay.
gelatin, right?
So essentially jelly, they just use the juice. Where jam, they use the whole fruit.
Oh, okay. That's easier.
Pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
So
I'm learning. I'm learning.
There you go. Let's put this together.
Let's
So
put this
first we're going to put some choke cherry jelly, just a little bit, not too much on the bottom. We don't want to go on the edges too much. 'Cause
Yeah.
we want those to puff up when they're in the oven.
Is that too much?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So we might as well do the both of them while you're at it.
Okay.
Oh. That looks good. Yeah, you don't need too much.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want it
That's
to be
perfect.
soggy because the onions will give
Yeah.
off a little bit of. Okay.
That looks great. Next, we're going to put our Walla Walla onions on top. You can
know,
use your
you've
fingers.
given me
Just use your
gloves.
fingers. You've
You've
got the
given
gloves
me
on, that's
gloves.
fine. So just spread it out evenly on both. That's great. It's
more than enough.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm presuming when you're doing this for a couple of hundred people, your team is much faster
A
than.
little
Yeah.
bit faster, and we prepare some ahead of time, of course. Of course we do. Like we can go to this stage, and then when we're ready to serve, we'll put it in the oven.
I see.
Yes.
So this is all being prepped ahead of
That's
time.
right.
Because
That's
this
right.
is so pungent, are we using a lot? Or are we-
Just, you know what, just a little bit. Like I love blue cheese, I love the flavor of it, but some people,
Well, we were having this
little
conversation
put off
early.
salt.
It,
So
it
that's
works for
perfect.
some and it doesn't
Okay,
work
so
for
what was last that we needed to do?
Gonna put some egg wash around the
That's
sides,
correct, that's
right?
correct, yes.
So then that puffs up and
Yeah, and it'll just give it a nice golden color, nice shine to it, and that's it. And like as I mentioned, we leave the edges empty so they will puff up, but the center will stay down from the weight of the onions and the cheese and all of that. And that looks great. Nice.
delicate
Very
work.
delicate.
Delicate
Very
work.
delicate.
You know,
Now, puff pastry, you can buy it in any supermarket.
Yeah.
You can, it comes in like a package. You thaw it out, roll it out. For this here puff pastry, it's a little bit thick, so when I use it, I'll take a rolling pin and roll
bring
it
it
out a
down.
little bit
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
and then cut my shapes. Because
Okay.
if not, you're going to have something that's that big. And you don't want it too thick. So
you know, like we were talking about yesterday too, that when I was a kid working in banquets and stuff, you never saw things like this on a banquet menu.
not too much. And why
No.
is that?
Well, back in the day, I think it was getting it out. It was all
Yeah.
soups and salads and 3-course meals where you wanted a soup
Well, that's it. Yeah.
or a salad.
That's right.
Oh, hey, you
Yeah.
can have a soup and salad. You know, it was simpler.
It
I
was.
think technology too has helped.
It sure has helped. A lot of thing is, it doesn't hold very well. So bread, pastry, that kind of stuff, you cook it, and then if you're going to put it in a hot box to hold it for a banquet for 15, 20 minutes, it gets
Yeah.
soft, right? It's not as crunchy anymore.
Plus, I don't remember when I was younger that they sold puff pastry already pre-made or anything like that.
Well, no, in the old days you'd had to make it by hand, and that's
Yeah,
another process.
and that's the thing, right?
That's another
So-
process, yeah.
yeah,
That's
so
a
this
skill
is
in
good.
itself, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get it in the oven.
Get that
Keith,
in the
and
oven.
Get it going here.
And chef, how long and how hot?
350 degrees for
Yeah.
about 12 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, give or take. It just depends. You take a look at it, and if it's nice and puffy, and
Puffy.
golden brown and ready to go, out
It's done.
it comes.
It's
yeah.
done.
That's
Perfect.
it.
Okay, so next we're going to come back and get
Next-
ready to make the salad.
We're going to make the second part of the dish and put the plate together.
Perfect.
Yeah.
To put this little side salad together, where do we start?
Okay, absolutely. So we need to make our vinaigrette for the salad, which
Okay.
with the arugula. Four or five easy ingredients. We have some white wine vinegar, some extra virgin olive oil, lemon, salt, and pepper. So this is a classic French vinaigrette, essentially what we're making.
Wow, I think I can even do that.
You could do that?
Yeah,
Well,
I think so.
So what is the ratio of oil to vinegar if you're going to do it?
If memory serves me correct, I would think 2 to 1, 3 to
Close, 3 to 1.
1,
There
3
you
to
go.
1, right? Yeah.
So if we go 3 parts and 1 part vinegar, like that, and then you're going to give me some lemon.
I'll get you some lemon, but I want to make sure you don't have, and you do have.
We don't want any seeds in there, that's
No.
for sure.
You got a little bit of seeds in there. As a sous chef, I want to make sure that I don't get any complaints
Well, that's
or
right,
get
that's
yelled
right.
at after. But
There's nothing worse
I
than
think you should
choking
be
on
fine
a
there,
lemon
yeah.
seed. That looks
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good.
So we're
enough.
just going to squeeze some lemon right into the mason jar like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
And then just a little salt and pepper. Very easy. And then we'll put the top on. And then when we're ready to go, you just give it a little shake.
You know,
No whisking, no machines.
I did that at home one day and I didn't close it tight enough.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my wife
Very
was not
important.
happy.
Success is in the details.
Yeah,
I guess.
so-
so
okay.
that's ready to go. So let's put our arugula,
Okay, so arugula.
goes in the bowl.
We won't put a lot because you only need to put
We
enough.
just need a little bit,
Yeah.
even a little bit less than that, Keith.
Yeah.
A little bit less.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so then you got your dressing here. You're going to mix that in. That's it. Perfect. Now just give it a little toss, just lightly. You don't want to bruise the leaves at all.
Ah.
Just like almost folding. There you go. That's perfect. Yeah. Okay, so that's ready to go. Now, before you put it on, let's do this.
Oh, we're gonna do
so
that.
So we're gonna just use a little bit of mold,
Okay.
and we'll put it into the mold. That just helps keep it all together, and it doesn't fall off and go all over the place while we're plating the rest of it. So that's perfect. Now remember, we wanted to put some grated hard-boiled egg. So you're gonna have to cut the hard-boiled egg. While you're doing that, I'll grab our tart out of the oven.
Okay.
Wow, look at that, Keith. That is
perfect.
fantastic.
So
Nice and golden brown. Like I said, 350 degrees for about 11, 12 minutes, I think it was in the oven. And you pull it out and you want to serve it right away. Serve it immediately. Look at that. That is perfect. Okay.
Oh.
Wonderful. And then we're going to take our tart, and that's going to go on the plate here. So before you remove the ring, just take a little cloth and you want to clean that up a little bit. See?
Okay.
Presentation is
presentation is
huge,
you eat
right?
with your eyes, right?
So you want to get that out of there like that, just to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you want to unmold your salad. So just maybe put your finger just on the lettuce a little bit and just bring it down. It's going to come out a little bit. That's fine. That looks great. That looks great. Okay. And then these are just a little bit of radish sprouts that I picked up yesterday at the market as well. These are delicious. So we can put a little bit on top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How are we looking so far? That looks
It looks
pretty
good,
What
but you
else do
know,
we need?
we got some cherry tomatoes that we picked up from the market.
So why not, right? We'll put a little bit of color.
We'll do a little bit of that.
That looks great. Wow.
Do a little bit of that.
Freestyle, I see we got going on here.
I'm
Look at
running
that.
wild,
Wow.
running free. Then you've
And
got
then what's
some
this?
reduced balsamic.
Reduced balsamic.
Reduced
Yeah, that's
balsamic.
what that is. Oh, look. You better be careful. I'm going to be offering you a job. Look at that.
You know, I love cooking, but I've never been paid for it because
Wow.
I don't want to have to give that money back.
That looks fantastic. What do you think? Looks edible?
Can you imagine that at a wedding? Like
Wow,
200
yeah.
people getting
Yeah,
an appetizer like that, they would be thinking they're in a fine dining room.
100%.
And that's
Yeah.
the goal, right?
Well, that's it.
That's
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, really,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
a once in a lifetime event,
Event.
and you want it to be perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's terrific. That's
Excellent.
That's great.
Great job.
Great, chef.
You did great.
So we'll get ready for
Let's get ready for the main course, and
Fiesta Resistance.
absolutely, we'll have some
Okay.
fun with that.
Perfect.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to get ready to do our main course. This is our rack of lamb. So this is a full rack, not prepared as of yet. There is a chine bone, they call it. It's a big bone here that has been removed, which is good. So if you see here, I've taken the first rack that we had and I've processed it into the portions that we're going to use. So this is just a regular lamb chop. And then we have the medallions, the lamb medallions. So we're going to take those like that. And all we're going to do is to get them ready. It's a little bit of oil. Some salt, kosher salt. A little bit of pepper. And then we're going to flip it over. And repeat the process. A little bit more oil, salt, and pepper. Now that's ready to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the lamb and to the stove, sear it off on both sides, get some nice color, and then it goes into the oven while we're making our meringue. And that's it. So we're going to take it over and then put it in the pan. Here we go with our lamb, a lamb medallion, a lamb chop. I like to use a cast iron pan when I sear off meat. Holds heat well, distributes heat well, and gives you a really good sear on your meat. So we're just going to put a little bit of oil in the pan, and we'll make sure that's really good and hot. And you'll see, once a little bit of smoke comes up, you can see that smoke coming up from the pan. You don't want to get it to the point where the oil is burnt, but you want to get it a good smoke there. And then all we're going to do is we're going to take the lamb right into the pan. You can hear that good sear happening. Okay. And you want to have it in the pan just about 45 seconds to a minute before you flip it over. You can kind of see the little bit of colors coming there now, but we'll just get that nice sear. And what I mean by sear is you want to get it brown all the way around the meat, and when you're cooking it in the oven, so the juices stay inside of the meat and don't run out all over the pan. So that's essentially why you sear meat. So that's pretty good color there. We'll flip that over like that. And just let it sear another 30 seconds or so on that side. And that, once you're ready, it's a cool thing about using a cast iron pan is when you're ready to cook your meat, you just throw it right in the oven. So we'll throw that in the oven and we'll cook it for about 4 or 5 minutes while we prepare our meringue pillows. And that's it. Okay, so now we're going to prepare the meringue pillows for our lamb loin while it's cooking. So we have some egg whites, just plain old egg whites. We're going to put it into the mixing bowl. There's probably 3 or 4 egg whites in there. And all we're going to do is we're going to whip that quickly until it's light and fluffy like a meringue. Now, it's unlike a meringue pie because it's not sweet. This is called a savory meringue. And why is it savory? We're going to put some Dijon mustard, some salt and pepper, and then we have our herbes de Provence that I mentioned earlier. Okay, so the herbe de Provence is fresh thyme, some beautiful marjoram, which is fresh there, some rosemary, and then we have some summer savory. So that is a classic herbe de Provence mix. Now, traditionally they would take the herbs fresh and then you hang them upside down for a week till they're all dry, and then you pull off all the good stuff and then chop it up and use that. You can use it for the winter as a seasoning. And in this case, because it's beautiful, we're in the summertime, it's fresh, we're going to use it fresh. Okay? So, I'm not sure if you can see this, but it's starting to come up a little bit now. We want to get it nice and fluffy before we add everything in, okay? And we're just going to fold that in. So, one thing that's very important when you're whipping meringue or egg whites, make sure there's no water touching anything. You don't want any water in the whisk, in the bowl, anything like that, because if you do, it won't get fluffy. It won't work. For some reason, the water will react with the egg, and it doesn't get fluffy as you would want it. So we're almost to the point that we want. So we'll just shut it off here, like so. Okay, and then we'll just pull it out. Okay, so we'll take the bowl out, and as you can see, it's nice and fluffy, see? So that's ready to go. So all we do, now we're going to take our herbes de Provence and we're going to sprinkle that in, right into the meringue. A little bit of salt and pepper, there's your pepper. Some salt, kosher salt again. Some Dijon mustard, the plain stuff, not the grainy. I think the grainy would probably be a little bit too heavy. So that goes in like that. And then a little secret ingredient we like to use is cream of tartare. So this helps stabilize the meringue and just keeps it nice and fluffy for us. So I'm just going to fold it all in here, all together, nice and gently. So you don't want to mix it too vigorously because then your meringue will fall on you. So we'll just go like that. And then that's ready to go. So our meringue is ready, so I'm just going to grab the lamb from the oven. Like so. And then we're just going to take a little bit of meringue, and that sits right on top of the lamb. Like so. Sometimes you use another little spoon just to help you get it off. Like that. So that's 1, 2, 3. So now this goes back into the oven to finish cooking, and we're just going to cook it for another 4 or 5 minutes, and you'll see the meringue will get nice and golden brown, and then it's ready for plating. So back into the oven, 350 degrees for 4 or 5 minutes, and that's it. Okay, I'm ready to plate. Where's Keith at with my plate?
Here, chef.
There he is.
You got me doing the hard work.
Perfect,
for you. The heavy
perfect. Thank you.
lifting.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now we're going to put together our main course. Everything is cooked, ready to go.
Wow.
Looking good.
This is not lamb like I'm used to seeing, right?
So how would you eat lamb at home?
No meringue.
No meringue.
That's for damn sure.
That's for sure. Yeah, okay.
And usually I keep, when I do lamb racks, I keep the bones in, right?
You keep the bones.
Yeah, but this
Okay.
is very much more elegant, so.
Perfect.
Yeah, so
Oh, that's
let's
right.
do this.
Okay, so first off, we're going on the plate, we're going to put our potato pave. So you can see I have a couple of examples of potato pave here. This would be a more traditional pave, meaning again, a paving slab, more in a rectangle shape, and you see the layers of the potato, or like this style here. For today, I cut it out with a cutter into a round shape, and just for presentation's sake, okay? So
chef, what's the ingredients when you do a pave?
So essentially it's heavy cream, so
Yeah.
36%, salt and pepper, and potatoes.
Almost like a scallop potato
Almost,
without the cheese
yes,
or anything?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
No chicken stock or anything like that?
No chicken stock whatsoever. All it is the cream.
Cream.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
you can't go
Cream-
wrong with that.
Cream and, excuse me, I forgot, butter.
And
You always have to have butter. You can see the butter coming here.
Yeah.
So let's get that on the plate first. So I'm just going to dab a little bit, just it'll
get-
catch the extra butter that's
Yeah.
dripping there. And we're going to put that on the plate right about there. Okay? Like such. Like so. Next, we need to put our lamb. Before that, let's put the sauce down first.
Okay.
What do you think?
yeah. Yeah.
So the sauce, again, you were asking about the bones
I
earlier.
was, yeah.
Okay? Well, the bones didn't just go in the garbage can. What we did was we took the bones and we roasted them very slowly in the
Okay.
oven
Mhm.
with some carrots, some onions, some celery, some of the fresh herbs that we picked yesterday.
Yeah.
We roasted that very slow for about an hour and a half, and then we pulled it out of the oven. It was all brown and caramelized and beautiful. Goes into a pot with some water, and we reduce very, very slowly, 3-4 hours, until it gets nice
And
color
thick and
like this.
Gorgeous.
And
Yeah.
right? It gets nice and thick and beautiful. Now we did add a little bit of red wine, some tomato paste to help with the thickening.
Okay.
And then you wonder, what is that, chef? Well,
What
that
is-
there is the
Let
flavor.
me ask that question. What is that, chef?
That is a sachet of the mochaccino coffee bomb, which we got from
The market.
the market yesterday.
Yeah.
I say, and they sell it like this in this form, and it goes into this little sachet, and I just steeped it right in the sauce. And
Perfect.
it's just going to give a subtle aroma of the mochaccino coffee. And that's it. In the old days, we would rub the loin with old coffee grinds, and that was bitter and it wasn't very good. This way, it's just a nicer way of...
Yeah, you have
so we'll
options now, right?
We have options. So we'll
Yeah.
just take that out. So we're going to put a little bit of sauce on the plate. So we're going to put 3 pieces of lamb or 2 pieces of lamb?
Well, I think you should put 3.
Okay, so 1, 2, oh, I'm making a mess, 3. Like such, so, okay. Next the lamb goes on. So we have our beautiful lamb chop ready to go. And I do the same thing when I do meat. I always dab it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna present it like that. Maybe if I just turn it a little bit so you can kind of see.
So the world can see
the world
what you're
can
doing.
see what's going on.
Yeah.
Kind of the same idea here. And the same idea. That's for you to eat later.
Well, that's why I only said
Well,
3.
you know,
I didn't go
that's
down
why
the
you
road
said
with
3.
4.
So we'll kind of do it like that. And then for me, it's always important to stay clean. So we'll just wipe that up a little bit just for presentation's sake.
Yeah.
Okay, looking good so far?
Looking great.
So then
Now we
we
have
have our beautiful market veg that we
Market
got
veg.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So I chose some baby purple potatoes. I didn't peel them. All we did was wash them and give them a little scrub. Some white turnip. Again, we left the green on just for presentation. And then some of that beautiful zucchini that I had yesterday. It's just a little bit of a stick.
A little bit of
Okay.
salt and pepper, and
Yeah,
that's it,
salt
right?
and pepper, olive oil in the pan, just a little saute for about 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And away you go. Excuse me. Of course, we blanch it before, right? Because carrots, they take 3 or 4
Yeah, yeah.
in the water. So salted water, we poached it, and then we took it out and put it in ice water. And then for service, then we toss it in the olive oil.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
So we're going to put a little bit of color on the plate like that. Okay. You think it needs more veg, or is that good?
More veg.
More veg.
That looks great.
That looks pretty
That's
good.
amazing.
Let's do that.
And
That looks
you
great.
know,
No, I think
when
that's
you
enough.
guys are pumping out a couple of hundred of these for a banquet, that's awesome.
Right.
That's awesome.
So, we have another sauce here that we made. We picked out some fresh,
That's-
beautiful mint. This is a homemade mint sauce that we made this morning.
Yeah.
And essentially just lots of mint, a little bit of stock, and some peas, just to give
Oh,
it that,
okay.
thicken it up a little bit. So green
Yeah.
peas.
There you go. You learned
Okay.
something new.
So we're just going to put a little bit of sauce on there as well. Okay, and we'll just drag it like that. Give it a little color. There's one thing
Lamb
missing.
without mint sauce.
You gotta
Mint,
have it, right?
Some
You
mint.
gotta have it.
Yeah. Now,
What are we missing?
the bee pollen.
The bee
because
pollen.
That's part of our menu.
It is.
It is part of that. So,
So would
I'm
you like
gonna
to put
do
that on there?
Yeah. Thank you. So I'm gonna put it on this corner here.
Okay.
And so when you eat this, would you take a piece of the lamb and touch it in the bee pollen?
I would.
Yeah,
Yes,
and that's
definitely.
how- that
Definitely. So
goes.
bee pollen, it has that great honey flavor.
Yeah.
It has, some of they call it the royal jelly,
Yeah.
some of the actual honey, that the bees
Yeah,
collect.
it can't taste.
And they bring
yeah.
it back to the hive, and then they
Yeah.
turn it into honey,
Yeah.
right? In the
So
hive.
that's cool. I mean,
Pretty
this
cool,
is
man.
great.
Looks good.
So we have 2 out of the 3 dishes. The next one is
The,
dessert.
the dessert time.
Dessert.
I
You
can't wait.
go wrong with that.
My favorite.
Perfect. So chef, it's time for dessert.
It is.
And I know you've been asking me to do this together, but I'm thinking, no, I survived the first course.
Yes.
I want to retire
Okay.
prepping at the top. So I'm going to let you
Very good.
come back to this. But as we were saying earlier,
Yeah.
Peach Melba, when I was a kid working in the restaurants, this was a dessert that was always out there. Anything with ice cream, right? They would
Yep.
find different ways of doing stuff.
Absolutely.
Strawberry shortcake,
right.
Peach Melba, strawberry Romanoff, all those old school
Alaska,
desserts.
all the good
so
stuff.
I'm thrilled that you've brought it back and giving it your twist.
Perfect. Well, yeah. So it's for me, it's like you mentioned, it's an old classic.
Yeah.
Something that when I started cooking, I grew up learning how to make.
Yeah.
But we don't use canned peaches. I'm sorry, no, we don't do that. So yesterday at the
Blasphemy.
market, me and Tracy, we found these beautiful, beautiful
Yes.
peaches. Very, very nice.
BC?
eating. BC
BC
peaches.
peaches, yeah.
Great eating peaches.
Yeah.
But I figured, I got to do peach Melba. They're
Totally.
in season.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. Why not?
Why not?
Right? For a wedding, it would be perfect.
So how did you get them from here
To here.
to there?
So, all you do is you take your peach and you cut it in half all the way around, really
Yeah.
good with a knife,
Yeah.
and you give it a little twist,
Yep.
and then it opens up. Sometimes the pit falls out, sometimes it doesn't, but that's okay if it doesn't fall out.
Called the pits.
Then we take it and we have a simple syrup with vanilla and lemon juice boiling. You immerse the cut peaches in there for about 3-4 minutes,
Really?
depending on the
Okay.
peach.
Yeah.
It depends on how ripe it is. If they're really ripe, cooks really quick.
Yeah.
If they're a little underripe, you just want to leave it in an extra minute or two.
So you want to get them a little soft,
Yeah,
right?
and how do you tell that? You just take your paring knife, poke it in to the flesh. If it's very soft, it's ready to go. You bring it out of the simple syrup with a slotted spoon, and just let it cool on a plate for about 5 minutes, and then the skin just peels right off.
Yeah,
like just
yeah.
done, and then that's it. You let it cool in the poaching liquid. Put it in a container.
Oh.
And let it sit in there for a couple of
Oh,
hours
it
in the fridge, and
absorbs.
all that flavor, the vanilla, the lemon juice,
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah.
comes together.
Infuses
It's perfect.
it, yeah.
Okay, so that's it. Yeah, that's how you do
Okay.
a peach.
So
Now, the next component of a peach melba is a raspberry sauce. Again, we picked up some beautiful raspberries, fresh raspberries, and we made a raspberry sauce, or a raspberry coulis, it's called. Okay. Again, very, very simple. All I did was take the raspberries, put them in a bowl, put some sugar over top, and covered it, and left it out on the counter for about 3 hours. And then it just macerates, and the sugar melts, and it just, this
Breaks
beautiful,
up, yeah.
you see the nice, beautiful color that comes in. It breaks it up, and then right into a blender, and then in a strainer, and you have sauces ready to go.
Simple.
Yeah, very,
Yeah.
very
Wow.
simple. Yeah. Okay.
giving away a lot of secrets here today. I like it.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, I'm being educated.
So we ready to put this together,
Let's
Keith?
do it, my friend.
Let's do it. So we have our pre-poached peaches that we did a little bit earlier today. We're going to put it in the martini glass. I think it needs 2. What do you think?
I'm not going to disagree with that. Yeah.
And then just a little bit of syrup. We just
Soft.
put a little bit of syrup on the bottom like that. Okay, and then would you like to put some raspberry sauce on top?
On top,
Yeah,
on the
just
side.
just
Yeah.
envelop the peach, but don't get it on the glass.
Oh,
'Cause
now you said that.
You'll mess it up,
Yeah.
the presentation. A little bit more. Oh yeah, that looks great. That looks very good.
Okay.
Okay, so that's ready to go. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to just push it down a little bit. And you're going to ask, why are you doing that?
Well, I kind
Because-
of have an idea. Otherwise,
Okay.
that ice cream
It's
is going to be
not
all
gonna-
over the
maybe
place.
it's not going to fit, right?
Maybe.
So we're going to take a little bit of vanilla ice cream on top and just push it down like that. How's that look? That looks pretty good,
I'm
eh?
in.
And then
I'm
you can
so
do a
in.
little bit more
Yeah.
right over top of the ice cream. Like that. Oh, look what I did. Okay.
You know, good health
So,
is hard to find.
It is hard to find. Beautiful mint.
Yes.
Same mint we used to
Yeah.
make for the lamb on the side here. We'll cover up that
Cover
mistake.
up that. That's what that
See?
all is all
It's
about.
all smoke and mirrors.
It is that.
Right? Couple of raspberries. 1, 2. And then for presentation, we made a sugar basket. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
just caramelized sugar, a little bit of water. So you put your sugar in a pot and you bring it to a boil and you cook it to the hard crack stage, it's called.
Okay.
Hard crack stage is when it reaches 311 degrees and it's ready to go. And what do we mean? Why is it hard crack? When it gets cool,
You
crack
gotta
it,
crack it,
right?
right,
Okay. Do you want to put this on, or do you think I should?
No,
put
you
it
got
on?
the gloves. I'll let you do that. Yeah.
So it
I
can
would
be a
hate
little
to
bit
break
delicate.
All 4 of those.
So there's one that chef already broke. Let's try another one. On top. I think I did it. I think I made it. Huh? How's that look? We'll move
That's
that out of the way.
amazing.
And that would be a VIP wedding presentation of a
That
peach
would be that.
melba.
I think my daughter Nicole and Tide would be thrilled to have some
Wow.
of this at their wedding, right?
I hope you got deep pockets.
That's have to think about
You have
this.
to think about that one. yeah.
Tuna sandwiches
But
on that
that's it.
menu.
Yeah, right. Very good. And that's
This
it.
has
Peach
been
melba.
amazing.
Fantastic.
This is great.
Thank you.
So when we come back, we'll get Tracy here and we'll just kind of, I want to taste some of those cocktails that they're making.
Oh yeah. Is she still awake? I wonder.
We're going to have to find her.
She might be under the bar stool upstairs. We'll have to go take a look.
Perfect.
All right, well, while the guys are busy in the kitchen, I've made my way to the bar. And I've got Jen, the general manager of the Renaissance Hotel, here with me. Jen, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, well, we've been busy shopping with Andrew, but now it's time to get to the good stuff.
Yes.
We're going to make a special cocktail for you, and it's a little Renaissance twist on the traditional summer wedding toast.
Yeah.
So a little bit more flavor, a little bit more fun, and we are going to get to that, but I hear that you guys are all about your cocktails here.
Oh, we are a beverage-focused brand. So when we have traditional rolls, it's called beverage and food instead of food and beverage. And then in addition to that, every weekday, Monday through Friday, we have what's called a beverage ritual, and it signifies the end of the workday. So at 5:30 p.m., you can come to the lounge and get a free cocktail. And it's
A free one?
A free cocktail.
Wow.
Until the bottle ends up. And so it's made with Strathcona vodka, so it's a local spirit, as well as lavender lemonade, and it's quite delicious.
Well,
so.
and you've dressed to match
I
the lavender
have.
lemonade. I love that. That's just good coordinating.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, and so until that bottle of vodka's gone, the
Yes.
cocktails keep going.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, well, that's awesome. And then you have a special cocktail right now that you want to
Yes.
show us. And it doesn't even just have to be for a summer wedding.
No.
This could be for a bridal shower, for a stagette.
Corporate events,
Corporate
we do a lot
events.
of those. Yeah, birthday parties, those sorts of things, right?
Oh, nice.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a French 75. So it does have a little bit of Prosecco, but it's also got some gin as well. So you got this gin when you were shopping with Andrew
That's
yesterday.
right. Yeah. You should ask me how that went.
How did that go?
You know what? He did great. I think he's missing his calling as a TV show host. But we know that
Yeah.
you love him as a chef.
Yeah,
and he's
don't-
very talented, so we won't steal him.
Don't take him from
Yeah,
me.
you look nervous about that, so it's okay. But although, if he wants to help us out again,
Oh, for
we'd
sure.
be happy to have him. He did amazing.
So we've got 1 ounce of gin in there, and then we're going to throw in ½ an ounce of lemon juice. So most people have that hanging around at home. And then we've got ½ an ounce of simple syrup as well.
Oh, nice.
Throw that
I love the
in
combination of flavors. And then the gin itself has like juniper in it. It's got
Yes.
some citrus twists already added to it. So it's a nice combination of
there. It
flavors.
is. Shaking it up, that's the best part. Well,
yeah,
aside from drinking it.
That's when you know the party is started,
Yeah,
right? When you get to do the
exactly.
martini shaker. Love it.
And then we'll just throw some in here. So we'll put that in there. And then it's usually about 3 ounces of Prosecco or champagne to top it off.
And everything is better topped off with Prosecco.
It is. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner mimosas.
Yeah, it's one of the only cocktails you could have in the morning
It
where people
is.
don't go, are you having a cocktail in the morning? They go, oh, it's Prosecco?
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. That's
all
totally
right. Then
fine.
that's all right.
Yeah.
Prosecco will let that
A little
go.
lemon wedge.
Voila, that looks so
Perfect.
beautiful. So if
Yeah.
you want to grab yours,
Awesome.
then we can have our little toast for ourselves on the French 75
Yes.
cocktail. So a nice little twist on a summer wedding idea.
Yeah. It's really refreshing, as you'll see.
Okay, all right, ready?
Yeah.
We're going to try this out.
Right?
So good. Nice and fresh. The French 75.
Well, we're here. Tracy, you brought us. What did you bring us?
Well, I brought you treats.
Uh-huh.
So I was busy with Jen up in the bar, and we made a French 75 for you guys. A nice Renaissance twist on the typical champagne toast.
Oh,
But
that's
you could
perfect.
really have this anytime.
Yeah.
It's so delicious. So I brought one for each of you guys to try, but I see that you've made me some treats
We
too,
have.
you guys.
Well, I think I did a pretty good job pulling this together with the help here.
It was
of
all
Chef.
you, wasn't it?
It was all
yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Thank
was
God
it,
he was
it all
here.
Keith?
Thank
Really?
God he
Yeah.
was here. I would never have made it without him today. That's for
Well,
sure.
Chef, amazing.
I like the jacket on you. That looked good.
Yeah, I know. But you
might
know
have
what?
to
If
keep
I
that
kept the
look.
jacket on, that means I got to do dishes.
Yeah, they're
I'm
gonna
a
put you
civilian
Wow.
just like that.
That's
Okay,
it.
good idea
Yeah.
taking it off.
So,
Yeah, so this looks unbelievable. The lamb looks incredible, and the dessert. Well, I mean the dessert. I mean, can I trade you
Yeah.
a glass for another?
Chef, but I got to ask. So we're making this presentation of all this good cocktails and food in this unique little space.
Yes.
I've been around a lot of hotels in my life, and that doesn't sound good, but it's what it is. But
Oh,
I've never seen a captain's table or something like that really purposely
Right.
put together, right? Usually it's a banquet table with 4 chairs
That's
in a
right.
kitchen.
That's right. Well, this room here was actually put together so we could do tastings for weddings, for anniversaries, you name it. This is
Anything.
my private dining room. which
Perfect.
I've never had before. It's
Yeah.
pretty unique.
And I see you've got the tasting
experience.
spoon closest to me, so
Yeah, the
I
tasting
guess
spoon.
that's going to be my job.
But if you chose to have your wedding with us, we'd like to invite you to come in and do a tasting of your food.
So we would be able to taste this menu ahead of time.
ahead
to see
of
if
time.
We,
So
and
if
tweak
you,
it if we
yeah,
needed
if you want to tweak it,
Yeah.
or maybe this sauce doesn't,
Yeah.
it's not what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I can fix it for you right away because I'm right there. And
Okay.
bring it in and go from there. So, yeah, it's quite a unique room, and it's quite special.
So I noticed the TV behind you
Yes.
as well.
So the TV behind me
Mm-hmm.
is actually there's a camera pointed at the line where I do my final plating of all the food.
So
So you can sit here at the table, look at the screen, and watch me do the final plate up,
wow.
right? Which is
Yeah,
cool. And then
that's
I walk
amazing.
in, I can bring in your food and drop it down in front of you.
Oh, that's
and you can,
great.
Yeah.
And that's
How
it.
cool
Yeah,
is that?
it's a pretty
That's
pretty
taking
great experience.
the client
Yeah.
or the customer right into the heart
It is.
of everything, right?
And they have you have that one-on-one contact.
Absolutely.
Right,
Yeah.
one to one, and you can, like I mentioned, you can fix any kind of challenges, or maybe I wanted a little bit different seasoning on that
Yeah.
meat, and I could fix it right
Yeah.
away. So.
Maybe Keith didn't put the raspberry sauce
Maybe
the way
he
he should have been put. Yeah.
He broke
Oh,
my
yes,
sugar cage.
yes. Well, we can't thank you enough, Andrew, for having us here at the hotel and for the fun day of shopping at the farmers market. Look at all the fresh food that we got, and you prepared it so beautifully.
Well, thank you very much for coming.
It was fun, Chef.
great day. It was
And
great.
I like the fact you
Super
put
fun.
me through my paces, and it was good. I mean, learning, and I think for the whole world, food.
If you ever want to change your profession, give me a call.
That chef's jacket looked good on you. It really
Oh,
did.
is that it? Yeah.
I sure did.
All right, well, you think about
I
it.
can do that
We're gonna have a
graveyard
toast.
shift for you.
I heard him
Cheers.
say it. You
Yeah,
gotta witness.
cheers.
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 And we'll see you at the market.